Hey, video friends. You looking forward to the holiday season and holiday dressing, or are you dreading it? Well, today we're going to shop. I'm shopping my closet, and I'm going to encourage you to shop your closet because I have 8+ looks here that I made just from the things that I already owned, except for one accessory, and I will share that with you when I get there. But some of them and they're all inspired by different decorating styles, different holiday decorating styles. Um, yeah, so I'm Liz Kleba from closetplayimage, where we are all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe, right? So let's get started. I want to make this as quick a video as I can, which may be a little challenging considering I've got 8+ outfits here. So let me kind of scoot so I can put outfits over here for you. So the first two outfits are inspired by the Ralph Lauren Christmas theme that you're seeing absolutely everywhere. And these are not Ralph Lauren pieces, but there's a Ralph Lauren vibe to both of these looks. So if you have been living under a rock for the past couple months and have not been on social media, or you have just, I don't know, maybe you've just totally missed it. But yeah, just everywhere you look, all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over YouTube, it's all about the Ralph Lauren Christmas look and how to dupe it from Dollar Tree and you name it. Now, let's just dupe it from your own closet. How's that? So we're going to go. So the first one, let me put it up here for you. So the first one, so what do we think of when we think of Ralph Lauren Christmas? Well, we think of velvet, we think of plaid, we think of luxury, right? So in this case, I have, and I have to look down here because my pictures are here. Your pictures are there, but they're not there until we do the magic of editing. So I started with a plaid top because plaid, right? I do not have a lot of plaid shirts in my wardrobe, but I do have this plaid top, and I paired it with a pair of navy blue velvet pants. Oh, on top of it all, bonus, there are no black based outfits in this video. There's like a single black accessory, but there are none of those black pant red sweater, black pant green sweater looks. You're better than that, girl. You're better than that. Anyway, okay, sorry. I digress. Little tangent there. Yep, navy blue velvet pants. They are one of my 10 pair of pants that survived the culling. I've got some brown boots, right? Nice rich brown suede boots, suede, kind of that very kind of luxurious feel. And then for just a little fun, I threw the leopard clutch in there. You could use anything. You could use something that matched better if that's important to you, if that's more your style personality. But I went for something a little more out there because I wanted something just a little bit different. And I don't know if you can see them, but I have a gigantic pair of um, pearl chandelier dangle oversized statement earrings. Everything else here is super subtle, right? The plaid top is subtle, the velvet trousers, because Ralph Lauren is very subtle, but I am not subtle. So I went for a little more punch with the clutch and the giant pearl earrings, right? So there we go. So that's Ralph Lauren inspired look number one. And actually, I'm really thinking I'm thinking I could do this. Like, I'm not really a Ralph Lauren style girl, but I think I could do this one. This is Ralph Lauren a la Liz, right? So, and that's what this is all about, right? This is about taking these inspirations and making them you and work for you. And the reason these work for me is because they all came out of my closet, right? They're all pieces that I love, I wear on the regular. So this is just meant to be, again, inspiration for you to go shop your closet. I'm not saying find this shirt and find these pants, but maybe you're not going to wear velvet pants. Maybe you've got corduroy pants. Maybe you just can wear jeans with it instead. Maybe your event is more casual, right? Maybe you're wearing a more casual flannel or like a plaid flannel shirt. So you do want to dress it up with something a little more polished on the bottom, right? So uncut corduroy, great for the holidays as well, right? It's got that velvety feel. So yeah, let's roll with it. All right, number two, another Ralph Lauren inspired look. This one is a takeoff on a look that I have worn hashtag on repeat. I wear this a lot. The red skirt will be it's not part of my wardrobe right now, but it will be part of my winter wardrobe. So that's why I included it in this. So the red skirt, again, the leopard clutch and the brown boots, this time a really big blanket scarf draped across I drape it in a couple of different ways and then belted to create some shape to the outfit and to keep the scarf from shifting around, right? Now, what's kind of Ralph Lauren about this? Well, we've got the big shawl, we've got the belting, and again, belting is huge this year. If you want, I'll link the belting video that I did below about belting different outfits. Um, yeah. And then here I went for just very classic gold jewelry. In this case, a pair of gold. Here, let me hold on. Gold hoops, a gold signet ring, right? A gold charm bracelet, and a bangle. So that kind of pulls together that more classic feel that you get with those Ralph Lauren looks. And the thing that I really like about this outfit is because I'm wearing the red shawl over my shoulder and belted, it takes the red from my shoulder all the way down, creating a longer line with the skirt rather than creating those thirds that are kind of unflattering, like, the sweater, a third of sweater, a third of skirt, and a third of boots is very choppy and not particularly flattering. But wearing the shawl over my shoulder and belting it, even belted, creates a longer look from shoulder to hemline, right? So for me, particularly being altitudinally challenged, that's going to be more flattering. So those are kind of two Ralph Lauren inspired looks. One more Christmassy colors with the red, right? And then the first one in the navies and the blues. And we're seeing a lot of navy this Christmas, which makes me very happy. Okay, so the next Christmas look is Scandi inspired. And I told you I would share the piece that I bought. And so the piece that I bought is this scarf. I saw it at Old Navy a couple weeks ago and I just really liked it. I am not a big, chunky, woolly scarf girl, but to be perfectly honest, I'm really glad I bought it because the past couple of days have been very cold. And so I grabbed my winter puffer out, which I normally don't get to wear until January, and this scarf, and I threw those on and I felt very holiday, wintry already. It's giving me winter vibe, or I should say holiday vibes because the weather's colder. Like normally I'm just like, I can't even imagine putting a turkey in the oven. I can't even imagine pulling together my winter capsule wardrobe. But right now I am all, it's just, woo, this crispy weather has just really inspired me for this. So there you go. And you're welcome. I hope it'll inspire you. So the same wool sweater that you saw before, same skirt, same boots. The only difference is the scarf, right? Big chunky wool scarf instead, and then a crossbody bag with this look. I didn't want anything as formal. Scandi style tends to be a little more relaxed, right? And then the earrings, not Scandi at all, actually pre-Columbian design, right? Pre-Columbian, from Colombia, but pre-Columbus. That's tricky because Columbian, that sounds really silly, doesn't it? Anyway, pre-Columbian design, they kind of have a Thor's hammer look, so that made me happy, right? That felt kind of Scandi. So a little bit ethnic, but very, very simple, and a ring as well to go with it. So keeping it simple. So if you really like that kind of Scandi style Christmas, that appeals to you, dollar horses and all, and oh, yeah, I think this year may be a little bit of a Scandi style Christmas at my house. But anyway, so yeah, kind of simple, but very green, a little minimal, very green. Yeah, I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it. Okay, so Scandi style Christmas. Now, the next look, maybe you're a mid-century modern fan. Stay, hope, grab your boots, babe, because this is all it's going to be too much for 90. I don't know. If it's too much for you, let me know in the comments below. And if it's not too much for you, also let me know in the comments below because this makes me so happy, this next look. But I know it's just, a lot of people just go, no, too much. So there you go. So yeah, went for a mid-century modern look. My Wow boots, which I've shared with you before, sequin shell, ultra suede skirt, pink skirt, and then I went for, and this is not a holiday scarf, it's not a Christmas scarf, but it's got all those mid-century modern colors in it, right? It's got the pinks, it's got the aquas, it's got the black and white, and so then I pulled that black in with my little handbag there, and there's nothing mid-century modern about that handbag, but just the whole rest of the outfit, just, yeah, yeah, I'm loving this. It's probably too much, but sometimes too much is just right. I said that in my wardrobe wows video as well. Sometimes too much is just the right amount. So yeah, so that's kind of a mid-century modern sort of a look. Yeah, it's like I can just imagine the foil, the aluminum Christmas tree with the rotating lights at the bottom that color it. Like, if anybody remembers those, let me know, because my neighbor had one and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. We just had a green tree with like ornaments and stuff. But no, my neighbor, the neighbor up the street, they had one of those shiny aluminum tinsely trees with the rotating. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. All right. This is not going as quick as I need to, so I'm going to try and push this and get these through these next ones a little faster. All right. Maybe you're more of a sugar plum fairy or Candyland kind of look. So yeah, both of these are based on my white jeans and this pale pink sweater that I've had. And then I went for two different vibes. I went for a more what's the word I'm looking for? I went for a more refined or maximal vibe, kind of a maximal refined vibe. Can you do maximal and refined? Anyway, with the faux fur scarf and the cranberry slingbacks. Both looks carry the little crossbody, the little wine colored crossbody, but you know, you could always take the handle off that if you wanted it to be a clutch and have a little bit more polish. The more casual look is with the cranberry scarf with the pink top, the big pearl earrings again, and then a pair of white ivory slash booties. Now, I wear white jeans all year long. Maybe you don't. That is okay. Maybe you have a pair of winter white trousers. Maybe you have a pair of winter white corduroys. You want to add some polish to this look. I don't have either of those. All I have is white jeans. And so white jeans is what I'm using. I mean, the whole goal of this exercise is to shop your closet and not be buying a bunch of new things, right? So yeah, so I've got two looks here. One more fluffy and then more, I guess one more girly and one a little, and they're both girly because of the color, but one a little more feminine with the fluffy scarf and the slingback heels. There we go. And then the other just a little more outdoorsy. Although who's going to go outdoors in white boots and white jeans? Anyway, well, I mean, I go outdoors in them. I just don't go outdoorsing in them. Is that a verb? Is that even a verb? I mean, outdoorsing. Anyway, so and this, oh, here we go. So you can see the earrings here. I have a couple of different earring options. Maybe you prefer gold earrings, so I went for the gold hoops. For the kind of little bit more sporty, no, I'm not even sure what word to use here. For the boot look, I went with the big pearl earrings again, so you can see them close up here. I like that balance of the white at the top and the bottom. And then for the more refined look with the fluffy scarf, I went for a pair of kind of sparkly dangles. There you go. So you got two different looks there. That sort of that Candyland theme, sugar plum fairy. I don't know what you might want to call it. You can tell that I've been binging Christmas decorating videos. So it's never been something I've done before, nor has it gotten me into the spirit of Christmas. But I think between the cold and then maybe just a little bit, maybe just a little. Well, after Thanksgiving, I'll start reading all the Christmas books and watching the Christmas movies too, the holiday movies and the holiday books, because why not? You know, there's lots of holiday murder stories out there, which are always fun because my mom loves a good murder. So I read to her multiple times a day. We read chapters out of books. And so time to start looking into the holiday murders. Okay. So yeah. And after this, now this next set, there's two looks here, and these are kind of under the merry and bright theme. So yeah, we had Ralph Lauren, we had Scandi, we had mid-century modern, we had kind of Candyland, and the last theme is merry and bright. So I've got two merry and bright outfits here for you. So here we go, and each one of them has this one has a variation as well. So let me get it up there for you. All right, so here's my green and magenta, green and pink polka dot top, and my magenta trousers. So this is a play on green and red. Pink is a shade of red, right? So green and pink has that same holiday feeling without feeling cliched. So you can do the same, you could play this same thing with red and mint green, for example, and go for a different shade of green, a different kind of green to mix with your red. You could go for like that bright holiday red and mint green and get that same holiday feel without feeling that red, green, Christmas tree cartoon cliche. So yeah, so this, I grabbed another color for the bag. So my little clutch here, and you may not be able to tell, but the clutch has little perforations all over it. So those perforations kind of reflect the dots. I have my gigantic hoop earrings on in for this look, also reflecting the dot theme. Dots, dots. I got dots on here too. This is one of my holiday scarves. Yeah. Oh, I think I just messed up my microphone. Okay. Hopefully I didn't. So yeah, and this one I show with two different shoes. My green suede sandals, because here we can usually wear sandals, except not this past week, well into December. But if you need a closed shoe, then I also went for just a little pump there, right? There we go. And if that feels like too much because the polka dots with that feels a little scary and you rather color block this and that would feel a little more comfortable, then the next look is for you. If you like this merry and bright, but you want it a little less bright, you want something a little more subdued. So this look, you can see I've got the same pumps, I've got the same pants, I have the same clutch. I also threw in a different pair of shoes here, and I'll explain why in just a second. So yeah, so this is kind of a tealy color, so a little bit softer than that bright green, but it pairs nicely with the magenta and still gives that sort of merry and bright holiday vibe. I went for a smaller pair of earrings in this case because I went for a gigantic necklace. This necklace is do I have it? No, I don't. This necklace I got years ago, and it's actually a floral necklace. I remember they were whenever it was being sold. It was being sold in the spring, like Mother's Day, when statement necklaces were big, and it was a floral thing. But I love it because it looks like snowflakes and ice crystals to me. So remember, just because it's a flower thing doesn't mean it can't be a snowflake thing too, right? And since I don't get a lot of snow here in Georgia, this is probably the only snowflakes I'm gonna get. So yeah, so little tiny earrings to go with the gigantic statement necklace, right? And it's doing all the talking. And then just in case, I threw a little pair of silver ballet flats down there that balances both my hair, the silver in my hair, and the silver in the necklace. So you could do either. Maybe like a flat, maybe like a heel. It's really up to you. So yeah, so we had, let me just run through those sort of themes again. We had the Ralph Lauren theme, we had the Scandi theme, we had the mid-century modern theme, we had the, oh, now I'm just drawing a blank on it. Oh, the Sugarplum fairy theme slash, yeah. And then we had the merry and bright theme. I would suggest that you should look at, like, what is your norm? What kind of holiday decor are you drawn toward? Are you drawn to one of those themes when it comes to your holiday decorating? If you are, then maybe you should go look for that theme in your holiday dressing when it comes to dressing for a holiday occasion, a holiday event, right? So just some thoughts out there. Let me know if any of these outfits appeal to you. Let me know if any of them were just way too scary. Let me know if you remember the tree, the aluminum Christmas tree with the twirly lights. Man, they were so cool. They were so horrible, but they were so cool. I like, nostalgic. And I'm not a nostalgic kind of a girl, but I've got some nostalgia for those. So yeah, what is your kind of holiday decor theme? Are you already decorating for the holidays? When do you decorate for the holidays? By the way, we push ours way into December because I'll explain that later in another video. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to hear from you. Want to know what you're thinking of the holidays. And yeah, and again, remember, none of these outfits featured black. There was a black bag in one of them, but none of them featured black. You do not have to wear black and red or black and green or black and gold, whatever, for the holidays. Not necessary, completely unnecessary. And you know what? I'll even throw a couple of blog posts down below with some ideas, other ideas, if you do need to wear black, because sometimes you get those kind of holiday themes where they tell you what to wear. So I'll throw some of those down in the comments below as well. Stay safe and sound, stay stylish, and thank you for spending a few minutes with me today, because your time is precious and any of it you spend with me is a gift. Bye.